there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in today's video I have some exciting news for fans of the Crash Bandicoot franchise. It looks like we are getting another DLC level coming to the NSane Trilogy in less than a month. So as you guys know, the NSane Trilogy is launching on other platforms, namely the Xbox One and the Nintendo Switch on June 29th. Well, it looks like to give people who purchase the game on the PlayStation 4 more incentives to play it on launch day and just get people back into the game when the game launches on other platforms, they will be adding another level to the game, and it is called Future Tense. Now, much like the Stormy Ascent level, it's not easy. It is not an easy level, and it brings some cool and unique new challenges to the table. Now, one thing I have not been able to find a clear consensus on is if it will cost money on the PS4. For people on the Xbox One and the Nintendo Switch, it will be included with the game. You will get Future Tense for free, but I don't see pricing information for the PS4. I assume that if it does cost money, it'll only cost $2.99, much like Stormy Ascent. Speaking of Stormy Ascent though, it will now be free to all players starting on June 15th. So if you didn't get a chance to get it, or you didn't want to pay money for it, or whatever, you can now get it for free starting on June 15th. So only in 3 days, you'll be able to get Stormy Ascent for absolutely no cost whatsoever, regardless of the platform that you intend to play it on. Now, this is personally really exciting news for me as a fan of Crash Bandicoot, as it is yet more original content that is being added to the NSane Trilogy. Now, I know Stormy Ascent was technically, still a remaster of an unreleased level, but it was still content that never made it out in the first place that Vicarious Visions took and finally was able to release. Now, I think this is good because this gives Vicarious Visions more time to practice making original content and seeing how fans like the original content before a standalone original Crash Bandicoot game releases probably sometime next year. Now, speaking of that standalone content with the, the standalone game is what I'm trying to say, that will probably be coming out in 2019, I think that this DLC tells us something interesting that could possibly be the case with that standalone game. So, Crash Bandicoot's NSane Trilogy is currently only retailing for $40 MSRP on Nintendo Switch and Xbox One. Same thing with the Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Both of those are only going to cost you $39.99, $40, whatever you want to say. So why is that important? Well, think about this. So Crash Bandicoot's NSane Trilogy is 3 full games. They were at one point considered full games, and now they were released 3 in 1, and it's still not the same price as a full game would be. I know it launched at $60, but now it's only $40, and now with the Reignited Trilogy only costing $40 as well, it's kind of like Activision is accepting that it is not exactly a full game by today's standards. Even though it's a great game with a lot of great content, it just does not have the same level of content as a modern game. Well, think about this. If they release a standalone Crash Bandicoot game with 20, 30 levels, let's just say 30 levels, it's still not going to be as long as a traditional game would be nowadays. And the game is probably not going to cost $60. It's probably going to cost 30 or 40 bucks, depending on how much content actually gets put into the game. But something that I'm actually willing to bet money on is that the future Crash Bandicoot games that are standalone will come with DLC level packs. And I think that because of Stormy Ascent and Future Tense, that the success of those levels has shown Activision that they can basically create level packs for future Crash Bandicoot games, even though the game itself may not have as many levels as we would like it to. Because, I mean, that's the thing you've got to keep in mind. The Crash Bandicoot NSane Trilogy was 3 full games. 3 full Crash Bandicoot games. So unless Vicarious Visions starts wanting to, every single time there's a Crash Bandicoot game, throw in 60, 70 levels, well, we're probably never going to get a Crash Bandicoot game the size of the NSane Trilogy for the foreseeable future. And if they ever want to build up to that level, they're going to have to do DLC packs. And I think that this gives them great opportunities to practice for doing DLC packs and helps them gauge interest in that future release pattern. But I would not be surprised at all if future Crash Bandicoot games do use a DLC level pack mentality when it comes to adding levels to the game. I know some people don't like DLC, but when it's not a full game in its own right, I think DLC is something that's necessary, and as long as they're not trying to sell me a $60 Crash Bandicoot game and then sell me half a dozen $5 level packs, then I'm cool with that, personally. I don't know about you guys, but I think that that's actually a better way to go than trying to release them all at once, is releasing them over time, just so long as the pricing system makes sense. And I honestly think that they'll figure out a good way to balance that. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you guys today for Crash Bandicoot news about the future tense level. If you'd like to check out some gameplay, I've left some links down in the description if you haven't seen the full levels yet. Again, June 29th is when this level will be coming out, and June 15th is when everyone can download Stormy Ascent for free on the PlayStation 4. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Tell me down in the comments what you think about this. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to all my patrons on Patreon, especially Liam Corner, The Collector Creepypasta, and Portal Power TV. See you guys next time.